I did Samyama with Sadhguru, and preparing for it was one of the hardest and toughest experiences of my life. I just wanted to share with you a little bit about this journey, about this process, and maybe this can help you if you're in the same spot, if you want to do Samyama. Maybe if you're just interested in Sadhguru and a yogic lifestyle, you can see what changes I made to my life and how I struggled and how I was able to prepare myself for Samyama in such a way that it was really the most profound experience in my life ever. So let's go back in time a little bit.
You need to be so picky and so conscious about what to eat. And for the most time period of the preparation time, we lived in the US and we would always go to Starbucks and work all day long or to different cafes. So it was so hard to find restaurants or to find any dish in a restaurant that I could eat that was vegan and that fulfilled all the other food criteria. First of all, I wanted to go 100% raw vegan, but it was just not doable with our life schedule. It was just too much with all the sadhana. So I just made sure that I avoided all the negative pranic foods, all the foods that I was not supposed to eat. Like my range of food choices became so small. It was so hard also to find out like what is actually in this dish. Are they putting asafoetida in this dish? Are there onions in this broth? Can I find a pho place that has a vegan broth that's not using any MSG or processed foods? Oh my god. And then I also need to work, and then already it's time for a second round of sadhana. In my experience, it was much easier to do my afternoon sadhana somehow because it was warmer. My whole system had more heat, and I know a lot of people say it's not good to do yoga when it's hot outside, but for me, creating heat is one of my problems in my systems. I actually loved it. The last month of my Samyama preparation, we spent in India. In the afternoons, it was still hot outside, and I mostly did my sadhana outside. So I did it on the balcony, or I did it outside in the garden somewhere. And I loved that. It was so warm, it was so hot, and I was sweating from all of my pores. I felt my kriyas were so incredibly good. I also started increasing my kapalyapatis. I started kind of like a competition with myself. Not to eat chocolate was really hard. Before inner engineering, I was like a coffee addict, and then I kind of switched from coffee to hot chocolate, especially at Starbucks. Like, what are you drinking at Starbucks if you don't drink coffee? You know, a few days before I started prep, I was going through all the things that they offer at Starbucks, and I was like, do you even have anything that doesn't have chocolate or caffeine? I ended up drinking fruit tea. I think I was like the only person in Starbucks that ever bought the bananas. I really don't like bananas, but girl, gotta eat something. One of the things that I obsessed in my mind the most about, and I actually was like so scared of it, and oftentimes I would I don't know, even like small mental breakdowns because I would freak myself out so much, would be sitting in a cross-legged position for long times because I knew I had to sit in Samyama. Before Isha, I never sat on the floor. Why would I? I usually sat on a chair or on a couch, right? People told me, just put pillows under your butt, put pillows under your knees. I didn't want that. I wanted to be able to sit for 8 hours straight on cold stone unmoving. Really crazy that I had this idea in my head, but it was good because I didn't want to loosen up myself too much. You know, I'll be like, oh yeah, it's all gonna be fine. You know, you say it one day, then the next day you'll be like, today I won't sit. And then the third, fifth, fourth, sixth day, you realize, oh my god, I haven't been sitting for a week. Damn it. We started working from home a lot. I think for Christmas he got me like a small floor table. I had a lot of back pain. I tried increasing prep steps time. There's nothing really I could do other than sit, and I can tell you it was really, really, really good that I did that because I had zero problems in Samyama itself. Keeping my mind clean was pretty easy for me. I don't watch TV. I don't like to read news. I don't like horror movies. A really wonderful part of my Samyama preparation was that we went, I think, for 10 days to the Sadhguru Sri Brahma Ashram in Trichy. We spent 10 days there, and we would just go sit in the ashram. It's a very small ashram. It's completely different from Sadhguru's ashram. It's not a yoga center. It's really just like a small building where you can sit down and just, and there's like a little hall where you can do your sadhana. We sat at least 3 to 5 hours a day. 3 hours in the morning, then go have lunch, and then spend another 2 hours, and then do our evening sadhana there, and then have dinner and go to bed. That changed so much. It was just incredible. The experience of just being there in the energy, just sitting, doing nothing. Hours passed by. Only the mosquitoes were annoying as hell. Wow, I think that really prepared my system for going into Samyama. Had an impact on so many levels. It was just a beautiful experience. Traffic is crazy. I remember that, and we found one restaurant where we could eat because there was food that I could eat, and we would go there, I think, 2 times a day. I think the hardest thing for me was getting up so early in the morning and doing so much physical sadhana. I was really committed to get up at 3:15 to get ready to then start sadhana at 3:30. I had to do so much hatha yoga. Usually I would do Shakti Shalanya Kriya, Shambhavi, that's all chill, but getting up at 3 a.m. when it was cold outside, when it was dark outside, taking a cold shower then, and then doing so much hatha yoga was just like pretty drastic on my system. So I struggled a lot with like nausea. In the middle of sadhana, I would get so nauseous and just I would feel like I needed to puke and so tired, and my head would hurt, and I just wanted to lay down. And what it was that my blood sugar levels maybe dropped really low or something. What helped me was drinking hot water with honey, and then just sitting in Ardha Siddhasana, kind of like resting. Let's not say sleeping, okay? I was also pretty hard on myself because I work from home. So I knew I had the possibility to really fully prepare, do all the sadhana every day twice. And I know some people were alternating between days. And then I did Devi Puja, Bhuta Shuddhi, Anga Mardana, Surya Kriya, Surya Shakti, Yogasana, Shakti Shalanya Kriya, Shambhavi.
It was really hard 3 months, but in the end it became so hardcore. It didn't matter where I was. If I had my yoga mat, if I wore yoga clothes, I had to make sadhana happen twice a day. I would literally do it in Surya Kund at the ashram on the stone floor with no yoga mat, just in my dress, because I knew it was time for sadhana. Then it was time for sadhana. I didn't feel the pain. I was just determined to do it. I spent the last time before Samyama in the ashram, and it was crazy. I could just sit in Dhyana Linga, do Sukha Kriya for hours, and just be there for hours. I mean, I was still scared, but in the end, Samyama itself showed me that all the work I put in, all the ups and downs and craziness of the preparation were really worth it. Let me know in the comments what else you want to know. Do you want to know my Samyama experience, or have you done Samyama? How was your experience? How was prep for you? What did you eat? I want to know that. I want Isha friends. So let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!